I do. All right. I was shopping with Carl. Don't give anything away that I bought, right? Because but I've got to tell you something. We went into this one shop. I didn't get anything from it, so I can talk about this. For looking for a present for my girlfriend Jane, and it was a beautiful shop in St James's. They're all beautiful around there, and it was this shop of sort of a kind of classic sort of antiquities, and it was things that this guy, you had to ring a bell for the bloke to come down. Carl was just so confused about that. He's used to someone standing there going, "Can I help you?
Yeah.
What size do you want?" Right, and he came down, and he loved his stuff. He absolutely loved his stuff.
And what sort of stuff was it?
It was sort of stuff that he'd got from sort of like churches. It wasn't tap.
old stuff,
It was carvings. It was from the 16th and 17th century of saints, right? And I said, "This is beautiful." And I was talking to him. I said, "What's this news going on? That so and so." I was going, "Oh, that's wonderful. Look at that." Right? And I overheard Carl trying to make conversation. He said to this guy who's so proud of this stuff, and it's you know, at 16th century, 17th century, he went, "What's the newest thing you've got in here?"
Brilliant.
And the bloke went, "We've got a statue, I think." From the 60s of then, and he went, "Alright." He went, "When was the last time you got something in?" Bloke went, "We get something in every day." And afterwards I said, "Why were you asking those questions?" He was going, "It always confused me with antiques. What happens when they sell that out? They're not making any more."
I just thought there's a sort of good business to get into, that's all. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
There'll always be antiques,
Well,
Carl.
you said it yourself, the place wasn't buzzing, was it? He had to pop down, he couldn't even be bothered sort of sat in the shop waiting for a customer, because probably days go by, nothing's happening. Doesn't it? For you to ring the bell, to wake him up to say, "Oh, I'll come and look at this old stuff," forget it. You know what I mean?
So you've got all your Christmas shopping then, Carl? You're bang up to date, you don't?
Yeah, I've sorted, you know, most stuff out, but here's one for you, right? Here's a little question.
Go on.
Right, I've finished a job, right, where I've been working somewhere for like, about 10 years.
You can say it.
No,
XFM,
I've been working
where
there.
we met.
It was a good little place to work and everything, but I've had enough. You know what I mean, after 10 years.
You're moving on. We've got to
move on, haven't you? You've got to, you know, try.
We're on Radio 2.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Right, so you're moving on, yeah?
Right, and so they gave me a present, right? They sort of said to me, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
"You've done 10 years. Tell us what gift you want, and we'll sort you out." Right. So I said, "Oh, brilliant, yeah." So I knew Suzanne, my girlfriend, wanted a camera.
No.
Right.
So
they got me a camera. They wrapped it up, and they, you know, like me leaving do. They said, "Open it," and I go, "No, I don't want to open it." "No, what's going on?" So, "Well, I'm going to give it to Suzanne for Christmas."
No.
Now, what? Why
that's
is
a disgrace.
But why is it though?
You can't. Because it
doesn't matter, because I could have had a gift for myself, and I didn't. I decided.
You can't. No. That's second hand.
It's not second hand. It hasn't been used. I haven't even opened it.
But surely the point about buying a gift for your girlfriend is that you've gone in the shop and done it. There's a sentimental attachment.
It's not about that.
It is though. It is. No, it is about that. No, it is about.
It's about them getting what they want.
So if you're walking down the street and you saw a camera and it was brand new and you went, "Oh yeah, Suzanne, Happy Christmas." So are you going to tell her it was a gift?
Well, no, she's at work today, so she doesn't need to know.
So you're not even going to tell her?
No point.
So you've got deceit as well as meanness.
Doesn't matter, does it? She's got what she wanted.
That's disgraceful. Okay, I want to get the people on the text. Do you think that Carl's in the right? 88291. It should Carl be giving a gift to his girlfriend, which he's passing off
she's getting
as
anyway.
his own present?
Hold on, wait a minute, right?
It doesn't matter what the...
You cannot... The thing is, it would be okay if you were giving it to a mate or something, but I'd still tell them. I'd even say, "Look, I didn't pay for this, but I know you wanted a camera." But you're not going to tell her, so she's going to think you spent 700 quid or something.
Well, 250.
He's not even a £700 free camera. She'll never think that I spent 700 quid on her.
That is brilliant. Well, it's an improvement on last year. Do you remember what you got last year?
I'd rather he told us.
Come on. What did you get? What did you get your partner, your life partner,
your
last year for Christmas? How long have you been with her first?
11 years.
11 years. What did you get her last year for Christmas?
Some condoms.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
I got 2 packets.
Yeah, no, you bought her a big bumper packet of condoms from Boots or something, and you got 1 packet free.
Yeah, and they've all been used.
Walk Out to Winter, Aztec Camera, before that The Pretenders, it's Ricky Gervais' show, but I'm here, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington's here. Christmas Eve, Radio 2, Merry Christmas.
Producer just came in and said, "Oh, can you give out the web address, bbc.co.uk/radio 2. I went, "Yeah, why?" He said, "Well, just in case people want to listen to this show again."
Yeah, right.
Oh.
He's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, as if. So, Carl, we've had loads and loads of emails.
We should just, in case you just tuned in, Carl received a leaving gift of a digital camera, when he was leaving a job, and he's not even unwrapped it, he's giving it straight to his girlfriend for tomorrow, which, I think Ricky and I
And
feel
he's not going to
disrespectful.
tell her it was free, and he thinks there's nothing
Wasn't
right.
free. It wasn't free. It was 10 years of my life I've had to do that.
Yeah, and you've been 11 with us. Think what she's gone through. She's had 11 years of her life. Wow, you know, Carl would have been okay if he'd have kept quiet. Idiot. Dave in Salford. He's right. Yeah, he's right. It's a disgrace. He has dishonoured his former employer and his girlfriend from Graham and Lana. That's a good point. It's an insult to the people that work there. They got you something they thought they really liked. They really went out and thought about it. They wrapped it up. You didn't even unwrap it, in fact, because you couldn't be bothered to wrap it again. Even you could have unwrapped it. Do you know what? I really hope's happened that before they gave it to you, they took pictures of their genitals in the toilet as a little load away. So your girlfriend's gonna get that and get loads and loads and loads of pictures of offal from people who work at XFM. That would be the best Christmas gift for me.
What if there's a note or something inside that they've all written and signed to Carl?
Look, he's thinking about that. Look, that is the first time he's ever thought of that. Look at his head. Look at his
Christian
head.
Hull says, I think Carl's heart is in the right place. Don't know about his brain, though.
Good point.
A fair point.
There's one here. I once got a frozen box of fish my husband found whilst working in a chip shop. Carl's girlfriend should be grateful. Yeah, I suppose so. It's staggering.
It's one from Jane. It says, better his girlfriend has the camera, as it looks like he hasn't got opposable thumbs. And that's people having a dig. They don't even know you.
But you know why I'm not a sort of big fan of sort of Christmas and buying presents and that anyway, because I've had bad experiences in the past when, like, you know, buying stuff for people.
Go on.
You know, like when I was a kid and that, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you put a lot of thought into buying presents, don't you, when you're a kid? Because you know you haven't got that much money to.
How old are we
spend
talking?
About 8.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
About 8, right?
So you look like you did, but you had hair, I assume.
Yeah. Right. So 8 years old and that, I'm putting a bit of planning into it, thinking, oh, you know, what will my mum want?
Yeah.
Right? Now my mum's a big fan of gnomes.
Right.
Right?
Obviously.
Like gnomes. Gnomes.
She must be pleased how you turned out.
and fairies and stuff like that, right? Little elves and all that stuff, right?
Sure.
So I thought, right, I'll look for something that's a bit gnomish.
Right.
And there was
You
this
got
shop.
a Noel Edmonds.
There was this shop sort of down the road that sort of sold a lot of tat, right?
Oh, good.
Sort of you know, one of them shops where everything's quite cheap. It's sort of they sell things individually that shouldn't be, like toilet rolls and that sort of thing.
They
right?
used to be called everything's a pound. Now there's some that everything's 99p. Because a pound wasn't cheap enough.
They're undercutting the pound shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
So
on.
anyway, so I had a look in there, thinking, right, let's have a look, let's see if they've got any gnomes and that. And the closest thing they had, right, was this figure that's called a Victoria Plum. Right?
Victoria Plum, right?
Yeah, it's like a little
No,
woman.
Victoria Plum. Right. Did it right.
It's like a woman gnome, right?
Okay.
So I thought, I shall love that, right? So save it. I think it was about £2, right?
Yeah.
Invest in one of them, take it home and well chuff with myself and that, wrapping it up, pop it under the tree, think I can't wait to see her face light up when she sees this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you know, like, when you're a kid, I bought that like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Sure.
Right? And do you know when you're sort of excited and you want to give someone a present earlier?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sort of took my mum into this shop, right? And we're just walking about, and the Victoria Plum was sort of there on the shelf. And I said to her, I said, look at that up there, do you like that? She said, no, it's bloody horrible, right?
Oh.
So it's too late, it's too late to go back.
You spent all your money.
It's money spent, it's wrapped, it's under the tree, right? I'm thinking, oh, I can't believe it. So I said, no, that, you know, made sure she's looking at the right thing. I said, no, that little gnome woman, yeah, it's horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah, right?
Oh God.
Christmas Day comes, right? I open my stuff, right? She's about to open
really
hers.
sad.
This is like Dickens.
She opened. She opened hers and that, and she went, "Oh, that's lovely." That I said, "No, don't give me that." Do you know what I mean? You said
She
it was horrible.
thought she was a liar.
Yeah.
For pretending, for not wanting to hurt your feelings. She was a liar.
And that's, you know, that's why, you know.
But things have moved on.
What are you on about? Yeah, but you don't forget, do you? Don't forget.
I still don't know how this justifies you not buying your girlfriend of 11 years an actual gift.
Although that was quite touching.
Yeah.
Play a Christmas song. I'm welling up.
To be fair though, this show is I think it's more to do with the fact that you talk on this show that has brought us down.
Right, I haven't said anything hardly today.
No, well, this is an award-winning show potentially.
We'll add this one in for next year.
If you could just keep stum, we might have a chance.
All right.
Well, coming up, right?
Let's put it behind us.
Okay.
Let's draw a line under it.
We had a meeting yesterday. We thought we better, you know, for the last few shows, plan it a little bit. And me and Steve came up with a great idea. We're going to offer Carl money to do stuff.
Yes. That's the quality of the ideas on this.
Yeah. And I brought some money in, there's a lot of little stuff, because we had him showering with our mate Johnny for £1,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
didn't
we just got into a discussion, and then one of us suggested that how much would it cost us to pay you, Carl, to have a shower with another man? And there's nothing going on.
No, there's nothing going on. You're just in a shower, normal shower. You're just washing each other, having no, not each other, just yourselves.
You're just
You're having a chat.
Yeah,
right,
washing yourselves.
Yeah.
Having a shower.
Yeah.
But it's a regular shower in a regular house. It's not a shower in a swimming pool.
And he went fine. He got £1,000 out of it. He wouldn't do 900. He got £1,000 out of it. But then we said, and we'll have to watch to make sure you do it.
Yeah.
And he went, no, that's weird. So, but why? What's the?
But this is what annoys me though, right? The whole idea of, oh, what would you do, right? So I bet you missed out there. When we started this chat saying, oh, I wonder what you do for money, it did start off with, would you rub Dale Winton's neck? Would you give Dale Winton a massage for 20 quid?
No, but you have to say no, 500. We're trying to find out what your price is. What price, Carl, is the name of the show. So would you give, Dale Winton he's got a knot, he's got a bit of a knot, he's stressed, he's been doing supermarket sweep, and he's furious, one of the contestants was answering back, calling him names, and he's got all knots in his neck. You just just give him a little bit of a, 5 minutes.
A little neck massage.
How much would you do that for?
He's naked, and it's just a little neck massage.
There's nothing going on, it's like...
See, there
You're naked as well, but it's just the two of you naked giving him a little massage.
No, seriously. Would you give him, okay, would you give me a foot massage?
For how much?
Well, what's your price?
And what are the rules though? Can I wear gloves?
No.
No, just, let's start off simple. Would you take off my shoes and socks?
I'd do it for like 50 quid.
You've got...
Okay, alright, 20 quid to take off one shoe and one sock, but like you mean it. You just take the shoe off, you go, and as you're putting down my sock, you pull the sock down slowly, you look me in the eyes and go, what lovely ankles.
Seriously, how much? What price?
20 quid a foot.
20 quid a foot.
That's got to be worth it.
So 20 quid, you will take off my, we'll put on some soft music, right?
No, I don't need it today. That's what I was saying to you yesterday.
You always
do you know what I mean? No, you don't. At the moment, I'm quite happy.
Give it to a homeless person. Give it to a charity.
We'll get him in here.
Well, are you still going to shower with Johnny for £1,000?
Not now, because you said, and me and Steve are just going to stand in the corner and watch.
Well, we've got to make sure you do it. You might go in there and just, wet your hair and come out, pay Johnny 500 quid and go, yeah, we had a shower. How will we know?
Sorry, I'm quite interested about the shoe and sock.
I'm back to the shower. You just have to wash yourselves, and we have to inspect that it's really clean, because we want you to wash certain parts really...
Right, well, why have you both got to be in there, then?
Well, no, just one of us. Can we just take... yeah. Or can Steve film it?
as evidence. Just as evidence.
Or I'll tell you what, we'll leave a DV camera in there, with neither of us to be in there, then we can just watch the video.
Are you a couple of vendors? Are you a couple of vendors?
No. No. But can we discuss further the taking of the shoe and the sock? Because I think there's £20 in. I'm willing to pay £20 to see that.
So a little surprise for you there. That's Coldplay here. They're live through there. Thanks. Can you hear me? Yeah, brilliant. Do you wanna say a few words?
I'll have a quick word with Chris, lead singer Chris. Chris, good to have you here.
Hello.
And how's it going with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Brilliant. Yes. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, no, I thought so, yeah. I saw her in Shakespeare in Love.
She's good in that, isn't she?
If you would pass that on to her, just say it's going alright. You going to get married, or?
Yeah, so I marry either her or that Julia Roberts woman.
Yeah, either one is good.
Yeah.
I know you're on holiday at the moment in Hawaii. I read in the paper today.
No.
You're actually here.
I'm actually here.
Okay.
Got to go now, got to go.
Alright, just a couple of quick
See you later, Chris.
Yes, see you, Ricky.
So that's the sort of guests.
That's the calibre of guests. We're just trying to up
Just like Jonathan Ross. We've got guests like Jonathan Ross. That's Coldplay, just popped in.
Just pop in.
So-
So if you're the Sony people listening, you might
Brilliant.
wanna...
And we've still got Carl to take off my sock for 20 quid. Okay? Let's do it now. Let's just get it over with and do it now.
Come on, Carl, let's get our cash out then, Rick. There's £10 right there.
No, you don't owe him, because he owes you 10, so I just have to pay him 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go on then, just take...
Not whilst Coldplay are here.
So they've had to shoot off.
Come on.
I don't want to do it. Let's
Why
leave
not?
it,
Tell
'cause
me
we've been
what-
on now for half an hour.
Okay,
We
well,
haven't done anything
at the end of this, why won't you do it? It's ridiculous. You won't have a shower, you won't take my shoes and socks off, you won't do anything. You won't give Dale Winton a rub down. What will you do, for Christ's sake?
I don't want to do it. It's like my mum and dad are like, I've heard about how well I'm doing in London.
Yeah.
Right? They've heard about, you know, the Sony Awards and that. They're talking to the mates. They're saying Carl's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen to him on Sky.
Yeah.
They're tuning in. I'm taking off socks for money.
What's it with that?
That'll be the first time that anyone in your family has actually made, you know, money without stealing, thieving,
It's
or
an
committing
honest-
some kind of
it's hon-
atrocity.
Well, let's just do it quick then, because
first honest
it's
money.
getting on my nerves. It's actually annoying.
Excellent.
Excellent, alright, well,
Give me the money, Steve.
no, he's just taking a tenner off
Give me
me.
the tenner back.
Right, okay.
Okay,
Let's go like
You've got to do it properly, you really don't say that. You've got to, no, you've got to do it properly.
slowly, go on.
Right, just gently, I can't see what's happening.
Pretend I'm working on shop. There's nothing normal.
No, come on, just get it done.
What's
I
that?
hear whistling.
What's the whistling? What's the whistling? Right.
Okay, now do it properly, gently.
Yes.
It's a sweaty trainer, which just makes it all the more...
Straight
Just
away.
gently caress it.
There's someone watching in the office.
Caress it there, don't just gently ease the
Gently
shot.
up, just gently up.
Just like working on shoe shop. There's nothing weird about it.
Just gently ease that off.
Best! I'm the best!
Alright, now it's just...
Right,
no,
let's gently
come on,
stop.
gently do it. Don't just rip it
Down,
off.
yeah? Yeah.
Slowly, slowly, tease it. Tease it.
I don't like this! I just wasted a tenner, that wasn't enjoyable at all.
Now wait a minute, you've got to say...
Say
You've got to
something nice
say...
about my ankle.
Say you've got lovely toes and I love your ankle.
You got nice toes and that.
Well, say it
I
properly.
don't like it anymore!
Do it, and you've got to say, you've got to say for the tenor, otherwise you're taking it back, you've got to say what lovely ankles you've got, but in a sweet, seductive voice.
Right. Oh.
Right, you got nice ankles.
That is not how you would seduce a
say it
woman.
like
You
that.
would not seduce a woman like that, Carl.
Oh, I don't...
Suzanne.
I don't...
Imagine that.
I don't know. I don't feel good about
Leave
it.
it off, because I want to see if we can get him to massage your toes.
See, I don't know what's worse. I mean, I didn't like the feeling much. That wasn't very nice because it was all rough, and I, you know, and he's a skinhead and he's playing on the feet. And then I thought, oh, I've degraded him, so I don't know what I feel worse about.
You can keep the tenner that you owe me if you massage his toes.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Why not?
No, we paid him. He's done it. Yeah, the shoes are back on. We're something else next week. Something else next week. Okay.
If you'd like Carl to humiliate himself for money, email in.
Well, Suzanne was surprised that I was like, last night I told her about it, and I said,
Oh, why did you do that? I don't know what I feel now. That's not good. Well, I don't know, that's not good, is it?
and she just said, well, you know, you don't like chucking money away, and that. And it was funny, because we got talking about, when we bought our first flat in Manchester, right? I bought a bed, right? I didn't have much money. And, what annoyed me is, I bought the bed and it turned up. And I said, where's the mattress? And they said, well, you don't get a mattress with the bed, you've got to buy that separately. And I was like, well, that's not a bed then, right? So I didn't have any more money. Suzanne's at work, so I thought, well, I don't want to stress her out at work and that, so no, we haven't got a mattress for the bed. I had a word with my dad, right? He knew a mate who had one in the back of a van, right? He said, I'll have a word with him, he'll let you have it. Got the van, brought it round, stunk of diesel and that, but I thought, well, it's free, it'll do. Yeah. They brought it up, I stuck it in the spare room. Suzanne got home, she looked at the bed, she said, that looks alright. She said, where's the mattress? I said, it's in the next room, but I thought I won't tell her because she won't like the idea. She went in, just the room stunk of like petrol fumes and that. She said, what's going on? I said, well, a mattress didn't come with a bed. So I've sorted you one out, I've got this off my dad. And we didn't have one night on it. She said, get rid of it.
Yeah.
I had to go and ditch it.
I don't know what she was thinking. One of your father's friends is driving around in a van with a mattress in the back.
Yeah. Was he a serial killer?
I mean... And she didn't want to sleep on it.
Like some Silence of the Lamb.
What kind of a cheapskate is she? What kind of a woman is she? That she won't sleep on a mattress that has been in the back of a transit van.
Yeah,
since 1985.
covered in petrol, diesel, probably urine, and Christ knows what else. Oh.
So, you know,
Would you swap pants with Steve for 50 quid now? You don't have to look at him, you go in the toilet, he takes his pants off in the toilet, leaves them there, you go in, right, you come out with your trousers on, you go in, right, take your pants off, put his pants on, leave your pants in the toilet, come out, you got his pants on, he goes in there, you come out, you swap pants, at the end of the show you put it back. How much?
when you say pants, what do you mean?
Just
Jeans?
underpants.
No, I'm not doing underpants.
Why? Why not?
Seriously, these were fresh on Thursday.
Yeah, but
For the
I mean,
BAFTAs, for the awards, the Sonys.
do you know what I mean? But I mean, just name the price. It's gonna be more than 20 quid. It's gonna be more than 20 quid. It's gonna be like 80 quid upwards, I think.
No, clean on today. They were clean on today in their boxers.
It's as bad for him as you. Don't remember that.
Thanks for that.
50 quid?
Really? Play a record.
No, hang on, you just said you'll give me 50 quid.
If you go and swap pants, I don't know what's in it for me. I don't know why I'm doing this. It started off as torturing Carl, but not only am I out of pocket, I don't actually want you two to swap pants or touch my ankles.
Well, Steve isn't
I don't know
saying
what
no.
I've done. This is I'm the victim here. I've paid out and I don't even like it. Play a record. I want to think about this.
What would happen? Right, here's another question. This is one that I'd chuck out to kids as well. We were talking about education, teaching kids stuff.
Sure.
What would happen, right? We ruin this world, right? Goes wrong and that, right? They shut it down. They go, we're moving. We go to another planet.
It's as simple as that in his world. It's as simple as that.
We can't go to Mars because it's full of stuff that used to be in Dixon's.
It's like a tip.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. So we can't go there. We go somewhere else.
Something that I've always wondered about, if we do that, do we start New Year's or do we carry on? What do you know what I mean? Do we say, oh, it's still 2006, or do we go, well, it's world new, whatever, new world?
That is definitely the first priority.
It's year one, right? We've sorted that out. Right now,
Well, it depends, doesn't it? Because a year might not be the same on this planet.
we'd sort that out, right? We'd sort out what year it is and that.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, we'd have to start again anyway, because the planet might not take 1 year as we know it to go around the sun. It might not take a day to turn. A day is a day because that's how long it takes.
Yeah, but we'd have to carry on as we know, because we don't want to start doing longer days and that. Otherwise, they'll just kick off and say, "This is rubbish. This new world. What are you doing?"
No, I'm
doing a 28-hour day.
We wouldn't have a choice. A day is how long it takes the planet to turn, and a year is how long it takes that planet to go around the sun.
But
once.
a day is man-made, really. There's places in the world where they're working in the dark, isn't there, in Iceland and that? But they don't go, well, it's dark all the time, so I'll stay in bed.
Well, no, but there's still a day. It's still 24 hours in a day in Iceland.
Yeah, but we only work by that clock because that's what people use at the moment when they go, what time is it? You go, oh, it's 20 past 11.
No. We use that because that's how long it takes the planet we're on to
I've never worried about it like that. I've just always
Well,
gone,
no, I'm telling you,
Well, that's because you weren't asked to get involved when they came up with the idea.
I'm telling you, that's what a day is. It's how long it takes your planet to.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The way that what?
No, I'm just saying that's fine and everything. But if when I was born, people said there's 26 hours in a day, I'd go, fair enough. I'm not going to argue.
We could have made that by long an hour is. Yeah, we could have made hours shorter and get 26.
Well, they're saying they're going to do that. Because,
no, they're not.
No, they are, because there's so
not.
many people in the world.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about before. They've got to create more jobs. The only way to have more jobs, keep shops open, take on more people. Everyone's happy.
That makes no sense at all.
Right. Say if there's 28 hours in a day.
Yeah, it'd still be 24 hours long as we used to know it.
No, you'd have like, oh, what time is it? Oh, it's like 20 past 25 or whatever.
Well, you're not making any sense at all.
No, I'm just saying.
The Earth would still take 24 hours as we know it now.
Forget it.
Hang on a minute. I want. There's more interesting territory here.
Don't forget, our sleep patterns have evolved on a day. The reason we sort of like go to sleep at night and have about 8 to 10 hours sleep is because that's our evolution.
No, but that's only, that's just because that's what we've got used to, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look at a sloth, that's asleep all the time. It's doing what it
but
wants.
it evolved differently, didn't it?
Right, you can't get away. You're not getting away with this anymore. If you want to live now, join in with us.
Well, it's that time again. It's the feature that the world is saying could rival Monkey News one day. Ready?
Oh, what's he written today?
Well, Carl's diary. You didn't explain what it was. Sunday, got up. Sunny day, so went for a walk in the park. There was a bloke walking down the street who was whistling some kind of annoying tune. He seemed quite happy with himself. Do people only whistle when they're happy? I don't whistle very much.
It's a good point. Whistling is so inane to me. But yeah, It's sort of like going, I'm content, it really is that thing that if they go, you go, well, Mr. Mellors, I'm afraid, I've got some bad news. Not only has your wife died, but you've lost the house. Thanks, doctor.
Wouldn't happen, would it?
No,
That's
you
right,
don't
does
whistle
it?
when
Yeah.
you're sad. The other place you hear it, of course, is changing rooms. And that's men going, I'm whistling, so I'm not looking at your cock. How could I be? I'm concentrating on whistling.
The lake was frozen over where I was walking. The ducks looked worried. They were sat on the edge of the lake waiting for it to melt. Were they, Carl?
Yeah, we just sat there looking, sort of going, oh, what's going on? I don't know. How long is a duck's memory? Because I wondered whether they're going, this doesn't seem right, but I don't know why.
I asked Suzanne why ducks don't use their wings much. They seem to walk and swim more and don't bother using their wings. Suzanne said she had to call her mum and dad, so I never got an answer.
The old excuse. Yeah. Suzanne, oh, I can't talk now, Carl.
Gonna phone my mum. There was a marathon type run going on in the park. It reminded me of the time when we were moving flat. It was the day of the London Marathon. Me and Suzanne were walking down the middle of the road taking some stuff to our new flat. I was carrying a lamp and a kitchen bin. People were clapping me, thinking I was doing some kind of fun run.
Why were you walking on the same route?
Because it was when we lived on the Docklands.
Oh, brilliant.
There was no other route. The flat was just about 100 yards down the road.
They're going, look at the bloke with the bald wig. He's carrying a lamp and a bin.
Took a bag of old clothes to Oxfam. It was just old t-shirts and a couple of jumpers with holes in it. I don't think anyone will buy them. But the Oxfam is closer to the flat than the wheelie bin is. On the tube on the way back home, saw an advert for a book about a woman who works in a funeral home. She went into work one day, she goes to work on a body, she takes the sheet off of one of the bodies, and it looks exactly like her. This is called a doppelganger.
What's a doppelganger to you?
It's the thing I read about him ages ago where someone was walking down the street.
Yeah, and he sees someone who looked a bit like him.
And no, this was weirder than that.
Go on.
He remembers, like, going down that street as a kid on his bike, whistling.
Yeah.
And then he's walking down the street, going to get some milk or whatever from the shop. Little bike comes whizzing past. He hears the whistling, he goes, that's weird. Looks at it, it was him when he was a kid. So it's like a time.
Shit. What do you mean it was him as a kid?
This is like a different form of doppelganger. It's just
Well, it's impossible, it's rubbish.
some sort of time thing, isn't it?
No,
Just
it's
time,
not even that's
sort of-
impossible, so don't
It's
worry
just some
about
kind
it.
of time thing, Rick. No.
Yeah, it's
just
something
some
you
kind of time
read
thing.
again on the internet, or it was a short story, or something someone told you.
On my walk back from the tube, I saw a jogger who was pushing a pram at the same time. The kid looked terrified. Got my science book out. It said that the static you get on the telly when a channel isn't tuned in properly is radiation that is still knocking about from when the Big Bang happened. I thought about the Big Bang and wondered if it was really a Big Bang or did it just sound louder as there was no other noise to drown it out.
Good point, though, isn't it?
Carl's diary, Rick, never ceases to amaze.
Oh, well, it's that time now. Yeah? It's the big one.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news!
Right, there was this
Monkey?
this fella, right, who he had a problem with his eyes. Right.
Yeah.
So he goes to the doctors and he goes, oh, I've got a problem with my eyes. And he goes, yeah, they bad them, right? He goes, it was in America, you know, like how you have to pay for medical stuff and all that.
Mm.
And the doctor said, oh, if I fix them, it's going to be like 10 grand, right?
Mm.
He's like, but I haven't got the money, doctor. He goes, well, I can't help you then. You know, there's a lot of people with bad eyes like them. Can't do anything for you. So he goes, oh, it's getting worse. I can't do anything. So anyway, so he goes home.
Is that the price of human eyes, is it?
So he goes home, he's looking in the paper, right? And he sort of sees in the adverts at the back. And there's a little advert there saying cheap doctors, right?
No, bollocks.
Oh, no.
No.
So he's thinking, oh, maybe that's what I need, right? So he calls them up. Woman's there. She's like, wait, what can I do? He goes, I've got bad eyes and that. She says, oh, come in tomorrow, we'll sort them out. She's like, brilliant, I'll see you then. Right? So he goes down there and he says, right, you know, I can hardly see. My eyes have got in really bad state and what have you.
Right.
I need to have them sorted out. I don't know what you do. Whatever you do,
Right.
I need
Now,
doing.
his eyes are so bad, can he see the doctors? He can...
Not really,
Can't
sort
really-
of
he's
squinting
squinting.
and that, but, you know, so he's like, do I need to see the doctor to, you know, have a word and tell him what problem? She's like, no, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about
just,
it.
No, I'd be comfortable if it's a
just, you know, just let me inject you, and we'll knock you out, and we'll get on with it. And it's
we'll
like,
get the
well,
doctor in.
Can I just tell you something about chimps as well, just before you continue?
Go on.
You know, they don't have opposable thumbs.
Now,
which is
why
what-
are opposable thumbs useful? Rick?
Well, to grip something, to do anything like, you know, even simple stuff like writing, so let alone surgery. So without an
but
opposable
can I just check
thumb-
now?
Go on.
So if I was a doctor and I was doing any form of difficult surgery, would I need opposable thumbs?
You'd need opposable thumbs
To be a
And-
doctor,
And
I
without
think.
you couldn't do anything. You could.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Because the opposable thumb allowed something in our evolution called the precision grip.
Right.
So without that, you couldn't do anything.
I'm just glad they've got that cleared up. Thanks.
So anyway, so he's had the injection, he's nodding off and what have you, right? His eyes are sort of closing and that, he hears the door open, he sort of just sees this little fella come in and he's like, hello doctor, and he's trying to like make a chat with it,
Sure.
but like, he's just
It?
nodding off. No, just,
Oh,
he
he's never
or she,
called a
was
doctor.
it he or she?
These people have done 7 years medical
Deeply
training.
respected people.
How could you call it it?
so anyway, he thought, oh, it's weird he didn't answer, but you know, doctors can be quite moody, you know, they're highly intelligent, they don't need
Especially little airy ones.
well, just idle chit-chat, there's no room for that, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm here
Yeah,
to do a job.
oh, yeah, but you know, if I'm going in to have my eyes done, I want a little bit of idle chimp chat.
So anyway, time passes, right? He sort of wakes up and he opens his eyes, right? And it's brilliant. He can't believe it.
Eyes are perfect.
He's had the op. He can't believe the sight. He's like, nurse, right? And the nurse comes in because I can't believe it. This is brilliant. I've never had this such good sight. Do you know what I mean? Even when I was a baby,
Yeah.
and my eyes were new,
Yeah.
I didn't see this good.
Great.
So she's like, well, you know, that's
You
what,
realise the nurse is a panda.
that's what we do, right? So he said, right, so can I just see the doctor and just say thanks and that? She's like, well, to be honest, you know, he's specialised in what he does. There's a lot of
What a
work.
load of bollocks this is getting.
Please.
Where did you get this from?
No, come on. Let's hear the end of the news.
There's a lot of like operations he's got to do.
Yeah.
So you know, leave him to it. He's just having a kip. You know, I'll let him know that you were grateful. You know, pays the check. Off you go. Go and enjoy looking at stuff.
Yeah.
So he said, no, I just what's wrong with that? I just want to see that. She's
No,
like,
that's
no,
fine.
leave it. Just leave.
Yeah, exactly. Leave it. If
And
he
he's
says
like,
it's
yeah, but I can't. You know, I want to thank him. So he's done such a good thing for me. So they're getting into a bit of an argument and what have you, and the voices are raising, right? Door
I'm
opens.
going to wake the doctor up.
Well, that's what they did. They woke it up, right?
They
So-
woke it up.
it.
So the door opens, right? Little monkey comes out,
Oh.
and he's like, "What's going on here? It's hospital. Why is a monkey knocking about?"
Yeah.
So the woman said, "Well, what do you mean? He's the doctor, right?" So he's like, "You are having a laugh, aren't you?" She goes, "Look, don't complain. Your eyes are sorted.
Yeah.
You know, the doctor's done it. What's the problem?" He said, "Well, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have come here." She said, "Well, what do you mean you didn't know that?" She said, "The advert in the paper you read, it's like chimp doctors."
That is the biggest load of shit I've ever heard. That really is the worst.
What? And because his eyes were so bad, he thought it said cheap doctors.
He saw the advert and it said chimp doctors, but because his eyes were bad, he just saw it.
What
as-
journal is this in?
It was years ago because it sort of says how the monkey sort of carried on working for a few years. He couldn't do anything
Then
about
just
it. He had to
retired to
leave
play
it.
golf.
It's absolute bollocks.
It's
There's
abs-
no way. I mean, it's not even worth talking about. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's the most ridiculous monkey news you've ever heard, and that's saying something.
Chimp doctors, cheap. It's easy mistake.